Others with endometriosis do say that it's affected their relationships. So, how has endometriosis affected your relationships with friends, family, your partner?
When it comes to how enemy has affected my relationship, I say that I've been really lucky. Like, I haven't really had major issues with like my relationships. I think only one time I did have an issue with one friend or who supposedly was my friend, and they were upset with me because I wouldn't go, to their events. Like I wouldn't show up. I think I did tell you about this. This was like part of the high school reunion thing, and she was throwing shade at me, and her excuse was because I wouldn't show up to her events, and she knew that I had chronic illness issues, and I just think that wasn't fair. So I want to say that that time it really did like impact me.
Yes.
But thankfully I've been lucky with some friends and relationships, and like I know that's not the case for everyone. So like I'm super grateful that like for the support system I do have, especially like I said, my boyfriend, like he's been incredibly understanding through all of this. Like even when things get really hard, like having someone like that in your corner makes a huge difference. But that doesn't mean like it doesn't mean that it hasn't been challenging. I mean, sometimes I've been called lazy. I think that's one of the hardest things to hear because I am not lazy, and being told that is hurtful
You're one of
because
the most hardworking people that I know ever.
thank
So
you.
you're very hardworking. You're not lazy.
Yeah, like, because it's like, I'm not just tired, If I am asleep, like, I'll hear, oh, you're so lazy. Like, I wish I could be as lazy as you. And it's like, I don't have a choice to lay down. I'm living with endometriosis and POTS, and those two conditions together create like a level of fatigue that's hard to explain. Unless you lived it, it's not just being sleepy or low energy. It's literally like your body physically shuts down, and when someone calls you lazy for that, it kind of stings. Like it's frustrating because I want to do all the things, I want to hang out, show up and be productive, be present, but sometimes my body just doesn't let me, and people don't always see that side of chronic illness, so they don't really see the flare days, like the bathroom breakdowns or the post-surgery recovery or the hours spent curled up with a heating pad, like they don't really see all that. But despite all of
Yeah.
that, like I've learned that people who really care, they'll try to understand, they'll listen when you explain, and they'll love you anyway, even on your worst days. So yeah, I want to say endo and chronic illness have changed the way like I show up in relationships, but they've also shown me like who's really there for me, and for that, like I'm truly grateful.